The top prize in the NFL is the Lombardi Trophy, but some individual hardware is pretty nice to end a season with too. Today, one of their players has a reason to celebrate.
Just saw your message as I was walking by. How's it going?
Seeing everyone celebrating this week, I was looking back at all the great performances this year. James Harrison had an incredible year, and I'd like to do something special for him.
Agreed. We would have had a much different offense without him. He does deserve the recognition.
I want it to be flashy, something he can flex, show off to the guys.
I'm sure James will appreciate whatever you come up with. He accomplished a lot this year. Whatever you need me to pitch in, I'm good for it. Great idea, Coach.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
After a long two-week build-up here in the Bay Area, the moment has finally arrived. It is time for football here at Levine Stadium in Santa Clara. Folks, this is Super Bowl 60, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the NFC Champions taking on the NFC Champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaughan along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested, Brett.
I agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys don't lack for either. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. He can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
Here we go. Set.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Short throw to Smith. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, fourth down. And now a decision here on the opening drive. Fourth and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
They come up short here on fourth down. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now you got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Hurts to throw. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
Great, set. Trimmer.
Hurts. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think. Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
That's an early scramble to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Hey, let's go.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Mitchell. This pass into the hands of Turner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9.
Here we go.
At the 42-yard line.
Off the play fake. Mitchell. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Mitchell operating from the gun. Caught by Turner. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. It's a close game here early on. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't it?
Complete. Smith has it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Mitchell. That's going to be caught by Rivers. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 20.
Operating from the gun. Mitchell getting this into the hands of Turner. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now 2nd and 5.
At the Eagles' 15-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. A 14-yard touchdown. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Us out past the 20 to the 24. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. The converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Fielded at the 33. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
On second down, they'll run it here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Back to throw. Mitchell. He finds his man. Complete. It's Watkins. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down.
60 red. 60 red.
Operating from the gun. Mitchell. Short throw to Smith. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Here we go.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 10 more there and another first down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl.
On the double. Set, hut. Push, set.
Now Mitchell. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And his guys have taken the lead.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to the pylon. And he turns out to be right. Touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Oh, touch that.
Play action. Here's Hurts. A short one there, caught by Granson. Here's third and a few inches.
A gain of 2 brings up third and less than a yard.
He'll look to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 7.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
No shortage of impressive moments for him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
No, a nifty juke there.
That's fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They'll try and run forward Barkley. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll set up to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Back to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Looking for White on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters in the books here in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl 60 halftime straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hanson with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the 3rd quarter.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
First down, Philadelphia.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Back to throw now on first down. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside of the 40. 2 yards to go, second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, third and long. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 21 yards there on third down.
Well, they certainly have their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They go play action with Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith from 3 yards out. And the Eagles have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Operating from the gun, Mitchell. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Let's go now. Ready.
Looking to throw. Mitchell. He'll try and do this himself. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Zach Bowen drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Well, they brought the lead into this third quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, pass, pass. Finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, the ball never hits the ground there either.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
This short throw caught by Goddard. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And guys, man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble, and gets him a 1st down.
Philadelphia.
Hey, 73, 73.
Here's Hurts to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Hurts. And that will not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. The kick by Elliott is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we're at the time of this Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 70 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and
8. Anderson. Short throw to Smith. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Pat the 60, pat the 60. Cowboy, go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Rivers. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Calling no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Now the biggest extra point of this man's life. And now the kick is blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, so much for going into the lead, and let's give a lot of credit to the special teams unit on the other side there. They picked up their defense in a big way, didn't they?
They absolutely did. Second half, you think, like you said, you're going to get the lead. So mark this play down. This could definitely be one to remember.
Yeah, I don't know if they schemed it or someone just gave a great effort to go get it. In any event, that's a big-time play.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Right off the the bat. It's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And an Eagle first down.
Now back to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
That escapes the sack. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go. Trim it. Target one.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Looking to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now fourth down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right out the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
19 Tiger.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Shorty got that body out of no time, set up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my side. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let's go. 60 bison. Check out.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. This is 1st and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver's at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Feed by Jackson. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Hurts and the Eagles now down 27-20, 54 seconds to go. And they have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on first down. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive. Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with a little gain.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
They're going on fourth down with Hurts. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may write a finish to this Super Bowl. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
Commissioner Goodell on the podium to make the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to a very worthy franchise. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.